I survived in Fall Guys as an imposter, but don't let the other crew beans know. This is the Excellent costume, and when wearing it, there's a small random chance you'll spawn into the show as an imposter. So today, we're going to win an all-survival show as this rare imposter. The first round I got was Snowball Survival, which is an absolute poop of a level. Those giant balls are ferocious and are the absolute bane of my existence. They always give me a little love tap, and I get sucked into the void of the pink goop. And this time was no different. The snowball hit me from behind and sent me flying to my death. I was about to roll off the side of the stage into the goop, but thankfully, the final beam got eliminated, keeping the run alive. Phew. The next round to survive was Jump Club, with the addition of flying fruits. This stage was pretty standard and easy to qualify, but this UFO beam tried to do me dirty. I'll remember that for later. Don't mess with the imposter. A few more jumps, and enough noobs got eliminated to qualify us. Third stage was Block Party, which right out of the gate, our friend came in hot trying to give us a nice, friendly hug. Rule of thumb, never hug an imposter. I don't trust anyone in Block Party, so my strategy is to stay away from everyone, and if I do have to get close to the other players, just jump around them to avoid getting grabbed. With 20 seconds left, I saw my chance to completely end UFO Bean, and I didn't care the means of doing it. I just wanted to see him gone. So I got behind him and gave him a good, long imposter hug. He ate his jump, sending him flying back with the moving platforms. Bye-bye. Or so I thought it was bye-bye. As the stage was finishing up, he barely hung on, making it to the final round with us. Stomping Ground was the finale, and let me tell you, this lobby was actually a group of world-class gamers. Usually on this stage, players get banished to the Shadow Realm in a matter of seconds, but in this finale, we went a full minute and a half with no one getting eliminated. Moving along, my strategy was just to try to stay as far away as possible from both the Rhino and the other players. If the Rhino did charge me, I just dove my little egghead 90 degrees from where it was charging to maximize my chances at survival. After 3 minutes in this finale, it came down to the final two, me and Swagger Bean. I was watching this guy play, and let me tell you, I could tell this was going to be a real test of endurance. I saw him dodging multiple charges in a row, and I could just tell that he didn't train at Weenie Hut Juniors. This match was going to be tough as nails, and we traded off turns dodging the Rhino. I narrowly dodged the beast, and just as it was about to come after me again, I saw round over. And I was victorious and survived as an imposter in Fall Guys. But wait a minute. I looked up at the number of beans eliminated, and noticed it wasn't 5 out of 5. Turns out, there's a 5-minute limit on the finale, so both me and Swagger Bean won. Something about that didn't feel like a true survival of the fittest to me, and I wanted to make Daddy Darwin proud. I queued up another survival match to be the sole survivor, but it was difficult. Between spawning as a normal crewmate and coming so close but falling just short when I did spawn as an imposter, I felt defeated. At 1 a.m., I started what would be my final show of the night, and thankfully, I spawned as an imposter. This was it. One last chance. First round was Block Party, which was even scarier this time around with a lot more players. I used the same strategy as before by trying to stay away from other players and jumping when they were nearby to avoid being grabbed. As expected, there was a lot more risk with so many other players, but thankfully, nobody tried to hug me. In the end, I did fall behind and nearly killed my own run by being a big dumb dummy. But luckily, enough other players slipped up just before me, so I was able to qualify. Snowball Survival was next. Great. As per usual, I acted as a snowball magnet and got knocked over. But thankfully, with plenty of tiles to save me. I knew I couldn't survive much longer on this stage, so I had to carefully get to an area with a lot more tiles. I saw an opening and made a run for it. I played with fire, tiptoeing between these gaps, and got propelled by a snowball to exactly where I was aiming to go. Little did you know, RNG is actually an imposter himself, so he helped us qualify this round. Third stage was Jump Club, which is really just 30 seconds of staying away from others to avoid a nice, heartwarming hug. No hugs in this show, and I'm not complaining about no imposter love. I'll get him later. The finale was rolling around, and what did we get yet again? Stomping Ground. This round was a lot less sweaty than the first time around. Yes, we did have to make some nice dodges, but overall the competition was dropping like flies. It came down to 3 of us all scrambling around and dodging the Rhino. Tails and Tanuki Beans were clearly skilled gamers, so I knew that if I wanted to be the sole survivor as an imposter, I needed to play like an imposter. I needed to take matters into my own hands in order to eliminate the competition. The rhino charged as I narrowly dove out of the way, and Tails got hammered. Unfortunately though, he was hit just right and somehow didn't go flying off the edge. Tanuki knew what was up, so he started to jump when he saw me. Smart fella. And I think Tails caught on too because he joined along in the jump fest. After a little while, I baited the rhino towards me so he'd get a little closer to the opponents. He locked onto Tails and sent him out of the park. With just 2 of us left, Tanuki Bean tried to play the Uno reverse card and almost succeeded in eliminating me. I fell just short of the edge, got up, and made direct eye contact with the rhino. He was eyeing down the egg on my head, wanting to make a meal out of me. I made a few dodges in a row and then tried to run to safety. And as I dodged him one last time, I turned my camera to see the other player mid-flight into the abyss. And just before officially surviving as an imposter, I had to make sure to wave goodbye. Show some respect for the good competition, you know?